Great to see you again. I'm going to try to give you an update on our YouTube channel whenever something really cool happens around the studio. And a bunch of things have been happening, a bunch of real cool things. In fact, just a couple of days ago, it was Donor Appreciation Day. You might remember when everybody wears those nice t-shirts, Tomorrow Made Possible, printed on the front. Well, in addition to that, Gonzaga holds a very big and special celebration in the McCarthy Athletic Center for the major donors to Gonzaga University. They call it the Ignatian Gala, and for the very first time, our kids volunteered to put on the entire show. There's a picture of our entire group, all volunteers. You know how it works. I ask people to help out with something, and the best ones always come through. The young lady in the orange dress, that's Alyssa Crawford. She was doing the MC duties, along with Colin McQuilkin. Dave Soto there with the big grin was doing a nice comedy bit with a bunch of trivia. The crowd really liked it. And our chair and my dear friend Father Bob wrote me a note after the whole thing was over. He said, last evening's program was superb, spectacular, brilliant, and the best gala program I've ever seen. He says, I've been at all of them. He says, we broke the mold on the 32 events that Father Bob has attended since he came here. He was just really proud, and he said that all over campus he's heard compliments about that crew, about how wonderful they did, and they did a really good job. I've been walking around just, floating on air. Everybody keeps saying, oh my God, that was so great, your kids are so wonderful, and that they really are. Well, because of the Ignatian Gala, the major benefactors who basically renovated our production control room were in town. We invited them back over to the studio because we had a little surprise for them, all our own. A classy McCarthy Athletic Center style sign in the very room they saved. So everybody will know for years to come, because of that gorgeous plaque, what a big deal their gift is to us.
Why did you guys decide to give donate this money to GUTV?
You just said, we inspired you, but I think the reality is what you guys have done here, and Dan in particular, inspires our son and a lot of people. And to be able to contribute and help inspire other people, that's what we want to do. We were fortunate enough to be able to do it.
And Debbie, how does it feel to have, this permanent mark here on this up-and-coming program?
Well, it was quite a surprise, but I think it's great. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm loving watching all the GUTVs now on YouTube, and we're very happy and excited for our son, who, frankly, Dan lit a fire under. And that's why Dan got this, and all of you got this gift.
Debbie McQuilkin is already working her sources, and believe me, she's got a bunch of them. She wants to get a bunch of her friends to donate for Phase 2. That's the $750,000 renovation we need to get HD cameras inside the studio. And with somebody on her side, I think we're going to get that too. It's really exciting to think about. The whole signage deal was the brainchild of a vice president in University Relations, Joe Poss, who happens to be a pretty big fan of our program. And let me tell you, it helps to have the Vice President of University Relations as a big fan of your program, because things happen when he wants them to happen. Well, he was inspired by the cable tray signing ceremony. You remember, you guys, when you graduate, we have a special day. You get up on the rafters and write something on the cable tray. Well, he wanted to make a big deal out of that too. So, check it out. Another plaque is now in the studio commemorating that ceremony.
Okay, the tradition of the cable tray. The names you see above are those who came before you, those that have shaped this studio, our culture, and the way in which we are known for telling stories that make a real difference in the world. By signing, we commit to this tradition of leadership, generosity, and service, to pay it forward for those who come after.
Joe, why did you think it was important to, show off this tradition that we have of signing the cable tray?
I think it's important for this place and time where the university is. Gonzaga is about to celebrate 125 years of existence, and that's 125 years of tradition. And I think a lot of times people think of tradition as something that happened years ago, but if you think about it, tradition is taking place constantly at GU. And what you all have going on here in broadcast studies is symbolized by the great moment where you pause and everybody signs the cable tray. And that's a wonderful tradition because it's beyond just putting your name in ink permanently on a spot. It's about being a part of a brotherhood, a sisterhood, of delivering the news, delivering stories. And so when we hear these really cool traditions that are popping up around campus, we want to make sure we're reinforcing them.
The young lady who was reading the plaque, that's Fernanda Valencia. She was just in my office the other day asking about her dream internship. I said, where do you want to go? She's like, MTV, but I know that's a pipe dream. And I said, well, let's just call a couple of our alumni. And I contacted Cassandra Sadlick and Lauren Wyckoff, who are both in the Los Angeles area doing the exact thing that Fernanda is anxious to do herself. So I asked the girls if they would be willing to open up and talk to Fernanda. Instantly, both of them contacted me and said, yes, absolutely, positively, send her over. So that is in the works right now. So Cassandra and Lauren, God bless you. Thank you for taking care of your Ecuadorian sister. Really, that's the way I want this whole thing to work, that when there's somebody here who has a need, you guys out there kind of help them out. The other cool thing is just the other day, I got to go down to Boise, Idaho, and I got to see 3 of our alumni. First of all, my daughter Kelly actually lives there now. She's finishing up a dental hygiene program. I also got to see one of the very first students I ever taught in this program. That's Jacqueline Landa, who lives in the Boise area. And then Alana Brophy, who is working on her second job. She's at KBOI in Boise. What a wonderful time we had with all of them. By the way, Alana and Jack, I got some work for you. Alyssa Crawford, the young lady who hosted the Ignatian Gala thing, really a special young lady, one of the best that we've had coming out of here in quite some time, and I think she could start in a market just like Boise. I'm going to send you her a link to her resume reel, and I would love to hear what you have to say about that, see if you agree with me. The next thing I'm going to put up on this YouTube channel is kind of exciting too. It's the Ask Prof Dan Show. Happens on April the 24th, and it's like the all-star edition. Check out who the contestants are going to be. Rob Sacre from the men's basketball team, Shannon Reeder from the women's basketball team, and another GUTV alum, former basketball player Richard Fox. And don't know if you knew this, but Richard is now doing color commentating for the KHQ games when Gonzaga plays. So those guys are going to be the contestants. Father Craig Hightower is going to be the guest lecturer, and I'd love for you guys to check out what we do online. And again, always let me know what you think of the shows. You can help us make them even better. You might have noticed, I can't tell if you can see I'm wearing my name tag today. That's because it's gel weekend right now. In the studio right now, as we speak, I got a bunch more volunteers who are getting ready for the little dog and pony show we're going to do with the gel babies when they come in. Maybe some of you guys remember how we do that. That's an awful lot of fun. And then after that thing is over at 5 o'clock, have to go to the parent wine and cheese social in the McCarthy Athletic Center. You know how much I hate drinking wine and bragging about you guys, but that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I guarantee you I'm going to be telling them some wonderful stories about the things that you guys are doing. So God bless you. Thanks for watching. Keep up the good work. I'm really proud of you, and we'll see you online in just a little bit.